very sad story, but a semblance of justice. An Indiana cop has now pleaded guilty to beating a handcuffed man. Let me take you to the video. Here it is.
Interrogation time.
Yeah, Mario, look up. This is your face.
Pulling the end of it. Don't spit. Let me tell you, that's the last time I'm going to ask you. I asked you in the car, I'm going to ask you here. Okay? Do not spit.
Yeah, no spit.
Okay. You spit again, we're going to party. Don't you stop.
Let's put up these cowards. Deal with them properly. So they believe it makes them a man's man to brutally attack someone who is handcuffed. You saw multiple officers there. The two that I'm going to highlight are the two that did the physical combat, the physical attack, the criminal action. But there are others who just watched and provided cover, protection even. So let's put the pictures back up again. The plea agreement calls for Cory Newland, who's on the left, to be sentenced to 15 months in prison for his role in the incident. Newland and fellow officer Joshua Titus, who's on the right, were both caught on security footage beating a handcuffed man. Titus, the one on the right, has pleaded not guilty and is scheduled to go to trial later this month. Both officers were placed on leave in late 2018, and Titus is still on unpaid leave with the department. Now understand, he is still technically employed with the department. The other cop resigned on the day he actually did his plea. Isn't that something? There's more. This is a screenshot. The screenshot shows Newland highlighted in yellow and Titus punching Mario Guerrero Ledesma while the man was handcuffed to a chair in a detention center, a detention area at the police station. He was no threat, okay? And let's put their pictures up again. And in order for these two individuals to feel like they're strong and have authority and are powerful, they have to beat up people who cannot defend themselves. You already have all the power, Mr. Officer. The man is in jail. The man is handcuffed. You got on the uniform. You're getting paid. He has a court case coming up. You have all the power. He's in your territory. He's in your home. He's at your job. He's incarcerated. You got all the power. But that's not enough for you, is it? You having all the power in this situation is not enough. You have to literally beat a handcuffed man to make yourself feel more powerful. Sad. Ledesma had initially been arrested on suspicion of domestic battery, which he later pleaded guilty to. Newland will now also pay a yet-to-be-determined amount to the victim here for restitution. There's more. His plea came less than a month before the case was set to go to trial. He said, and I quote, "I knew at the time of the assault that my use of force on ML was unjustified and unlawful under the circumstances," Newland said in his plea agreement. Jessica McBriar, a spokesperson for the Elkhart Police Department, said Newland resigned from the force on August 30th. The same day, U.S. Magistrate Judge Joshua Kohler accepted his guilty plea. He was technically employed up until the plea. This happened what year? 2018. It happened in 2018. The department has no further comment on any plea he entered in federal court, McBriar said, in an email to the Tribune. Wait a minute, police spokesperson. If, let's say, Paru Blood would have jumped and been that savage, would have jumped on a man that was defenseless like that, you would be the same person holding a press conference saying, we need to make examples out of these thugs. That's what you would have done. So since you won't do it, let me do it. Put up the picture again. We need to make examples out of these thugs. There it is. That's what you should have said, because that's exactly who these cops are. The Tribune obtained the video of the January 2018 incident in November 2018 as part of the ongoing investigation with ProPublica into practices within the Elkhart Police Department and the Elkhart County Prosecutor's Office that led to wrongful convictions. The investigation also revealed 28 of the police department's 34 highest ranking officers had significant disciplinary records. Had real disciplinary records. 5 months after the incident, the then police chief, let's put his picture up, his name is Ed, the police chief, Ed Winbigler, said both Newland and Titus were reprimanded, but he did not suspend nor did he demote any of them for their criminal actions. Speaking in 2018 to the city's Police Oversight Commission, the chief said the two, and I quote, just went a little overboard. That's what he said to the commission in subduing someone in custody. But he did not mention the fact that the pair had punched a handcuffed suspect. He needs to be arrested himself. The Tribune obtained the video of the beating after that meeting, and the discrepancy between the video and the chief's description of the incident was cited by the city in its decision to suspend the chief. He later resigned. Newland and Titus were originally charged with misdemeanor battery in Elkhart County in November 2018. That case was put aside when the pair were indicted on federal civil rights charges in March of 2019. This story is going to continue to develop because the other cop, Titus, is saying take him to trial. All right, good. Hopefully they give him years rather than what the other cop got, which was only 15 months. Okay, my dear sister, what are your thoughts here?
Well, good on the city for taking action against the chief. By the chief saying a little overboard, that shows you why these police officers felt very comfortable in beating this man. There's a culture of violence, Doc. And furthermore, I know you're highlighting the two men that were involved in this cowardly act, but all of those other officers that were in and around that area, they need to be dealt with as well. You often talk about culture. This shows very clearly that in far too many police departments, this is the culture, that you could just beat somebody at will and have no consequence. It is the same culture of violence that they claim they're trying to rectify on the streets. They got it right there in their own house.